President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Never got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally.
A new world order.
These allegations are false.
Weapons of mass destruction.
The USA Patriot.
The blueprint for large corporations.
We once were, we are no longer a Christian nation.
Donald Trump confirmed that he is considering a run in 2016.
Do it.
I am officially running for President of the United States.
He will never be President of the United States.
Donald Trump will never be elected President of the United States.
People are watching these results come in.
We are going to make this decision now. Donald Trump will be the 45th President of the United States.
Does it ever seem to you that President Trump has done more than any president in modern history?
And in the 10 years I've been involved in politics, I've never seen an administration hit the ground running like this.
I could spend the rest of the hour laying out the accomplishments under the Trump presidency, despite everything thrown at him.
The market just had its 12th straight record close.
Taking action to save as many kids as they can.
We were energy independent under the Trump administration.
More Americans reported being employed than ever before.
Those who have served our country in the military to get access to mental health care.
The Great American Outdoors Act is the largest single piece of legislation to support our national parks and public lands.
Created more than 7 million good-paying jobs.
Websites can be held liable in court for having sex trafficking content.
The Abraham Accords, which for any other president would have been multiple peace prizes.
America did not enter into a foreign war.
The unemployment rate in the U.S. fell to 3.5%.
The First Step Act eases federal sentencing for nonviolent offenders.
Increased funding for historically black colleges and universities.
Allows terminally ill patients easier access to experimental drugs.
Kept the inflation rate low.
Honored with the Bipartisan Justice Award.
Had a massive MS-13 gang problem. 3.9% is the unemployment rate.
Requiring airports to provide lactation rooms for breastfeeding mothers.
Middle class family income increased nearly $6,000.
A dramatic escalation in his crackdown on illegal immigration.
An advocate for educational choice.
Tariffs on Mexico and Canada.
An act preventing animal cruelty and torture.
Taking out Baghdadi, the head of ISIS, Soleimani, the Iranian general.
Save Our Seas Act commitment to environmental issues.
We're saying Merry Christmas again.
Community development in low-income urban and rural communities.
Help us to remember the importance of fighting off tyranny.
Pulling out of UNESCO, the World Health Organization, the Paris Climate Accords, reassessing NATO and the United Nations.
Stood up for Christianity and the Constitution more than any president in American modern history.
We are stopping the attacks on Judeo-Christian values. Do you miss me yet? If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this: never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward.
All right. We are here. I think. Is my audio on? Yeah, it is.
Little audio issues, so that's why the intro was extra long. Apologize for that. But we are here with a little late night stream. It's one of those nights where I just couldn't sleep. I'm just like, there's so much going on. We just got to go live for a bit, just talk about some things. The Dark and MAGA podcast. We are on Spotify, Apple. We'll have some more exclusive episodes soon. It's been a hot minute. But yeah, we're gonna dip right into it. I think wasting no time. We did want to get into the Melania Trump interview. So I said let's just jump right into it. Melania Trump on her husband surviving 2 assassination attempts. We'll go for that. Do we have video here? Hang on, hold on. There we go.
About watching the assassination attempt on TV, and you started working and you were distracted, so you pushed pause. So you didn't see that first assassination attempt, and someone called you. I think your chief of staff maybe called you and said, he's okay, but there's been a shooting. What happened next?
I ran to the TV and I rewinded and I watched it. I was only a few minutes behind. And something, I guess, look over me. So I didn't really see live, but maybe, 3 minutes, few minutes later. But when I saw it, it was only, nobody really knew yet.
Right.
Because when you see him on the floor and you don't know what really happened.
And then a few weeks later, there's another attempt on your husband's life at your golf course. Where were you and what was your reaction to this attempt?
I was in New York City, actually. And I saw it on the television. And as soon as I saw it on television, I called again. And he was okay because Secret Service were great. The guys that they were with him, they were fantastic. And I think both of the events, they were really miracles. If you really think about it, the July 13 was a miracle, like that much, and he could not be with us.
Thank God they cut Sean Hannity off. You're not going to speak. But yeah, you got to think about that, like assassination attempts. Like he does have a family. He has a wife. He has children. He has a young child. I mean, he's older now. I guess he's 18, 19. But still, hearing your dad got shot, not knowing what happened. I didn't know what happened. I watched all of his rallies live. And I remember, so I always go over to my parents' house for every rally. Well, every Saturday rally. We kind of make a thing of it. Get pizza, make it a whole thing, And so I go over there and, grab my food and all that. I go over to the, what we call the hangout room. I hear my mom screaming. What the hell is going on? What the hell? Like top of her lungs. I never hear my mom scream like that. So I'm thinking like, I don't know, something crazy is going on. The dog's choking on something, or I don't know. I run over there and then I just see Trump on the ground and she's like, he's been shot. He's been shot. And I remember looking like, it was kind of hard to process, like hearing Trump got shot, seeing Trump on the ground, and like realizing it's real. Like you hear about, Tucker Carlson and some other people said, they're probably going to try to kill Trump. They're going to assassinate Trump. Everybody said it, but it's like actually seeing it happen. You're like, whoa, like, so my brain couldn't process it. I'm like, my first thought was just like, please stand up. It was like, for so many reasons, please stand back up. I mean, one, I didn't want him to die, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a psychopath. I don't want anybody to die for no reason. But also thinking like of the Civil War that would definitely start. I remember just like seeing Trump on the ground and my mom saying he's been shot. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm just like, please stand up. Please. For the love of God, please stand back up. What's going on, Robert? Heyo. Little late night stream. It's actually pretty late. This is one of those nights I'm like, I feel like I just can't sleep. I can't do it. So let's just go live for a little bit. You know, some of those nights. Oh! I hit play accidentally. There's some nights where you lay down, you just know right off the bat, like you're like, I don't think I'm sleeping tonight. I don't think it's gonna happen. So let's just go live for a little bit. Why not? We'll be heading over to Rumble only soon. A couple more minutes just to give you guys a heads up for people who are not aware of it. Trying to do a little bit more until the election, a little more try to be a little more active. Trouble sleeping lately. Yeah, I feel like that's everybody, man. There's just so much on everybody's mind, you know. The election and everything. It's just I'm probably going to take a little break after the election. I'm still going to make content, but I think I said this before. I'm going to focus a little bit more on pop culture and my reaction channel. I'm still going to upload to my political channel, obviously, and it's my main channel, but I'm probably just going to, because over the next couple of weeks until the election, I'm going to really ramp up the content, and then we're just going to kind of bring it back down a little bit after the election, regardless of the results. Just need a break. But yeah, anyways, we're going through the Melania Fox News interview. It was a fantastic interview. You guys should absolutely watch it in its entirety. I highly recommend it. But let's go to the next clip. Here we go.
The raid on Mar-a-Lago, the house manager texts you and says the FBI is outside the house. They had access to my bedroom, closets, office, and rummaged through my personal items. Even searched Barron's room, you say. So how invasive was that? Did it make you angry? How did you feel?
Yeah, it made me angry. Yes, invasion of privacy. And the way it was done I was really surprised.
You wanted to see it for your own eyes. With your own eyes, what did it look like when you walked back in your house that had been raided?
I saw unpleasant stuff that nobody wants to see it. And you get angry because, nobody should be putting up with that kind of stuff. Some person, I don't even know who or how many people, they went through my stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta imagine, like, being in that position, somebody going through your things, your undies, like, that's not good. I would not feel good about that. I would not like that. But we continue.
Mainstream media. There were a few days reporting about July 13 event, and everything then became quiet. So I had a lot of questions. What's going on? This is not normal. And is it really shocking that all this egregious violence goes against my husband? Especially that we hear the leaders from the opposition party and mainstream media branding him as a threat to democracy, calling him vile names. they only fueling a toxic atmosphere and giving power all of these people that they want to do harm to him. This needs to stop. This needs to stop. The country needs to unite. And I encourage everybody to read my letter that I wrote on July 14 again, because that cannot continue.
Yeah, I mean, you think it would be that simple. It was Democrats that said we need to tone down the hate. Let's chill out. Right? That's what they said. Calm down. Let's cool down the rhetoric. Chill out, guys. But then you use things like Trump is Hitler. Trump is a threat. He's a threat. Threat. Melania has the #1 best-selling book. Is the most beautiful first lady ever. She is. Anybody who doesn't think Melania is attractive is gay.
Mainstream media want to do this again. All want to do this again. All he wants to, as he says, make America great again. He wants to make this country prosperous, safe for everybody. He wants to make American dream possible again. What was your want to do this again? All he wants to.
It's simple. It's that simple. I think we have one more clip, and then we'll go over to Rumble. This is Melania on the first assassination attempt.
People say they don't like him. What do you wish they knew about him?
That he's really a family man. He loves his family. He loves this country. And all he wants to build better and prosperous.
Yeah, he's just strong. He's not afraid to.
No, he's not
talk
strong.
About the way
you
it
could
really
see
is.
The way he was when he was shot, that in the ear, that the way he stood up and he said, fight, because we cannot allow that to happen.
When people say they don't like him, what do you wish they knew about him?
That he's.
Yeah. I mean, I think above all else, you could say Trump is a family man. That he loves his family, cares about his family. Yeah, I think for the most part, that's all we got for the Melania interview. But yeah, we're going to head over to Rumble only right now. Link is pinned in the YouTube chat. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you guys watching over here, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share if you guys could. It goes a long way to support the channel. It really helps us move through the algorithm and all that. So you guys don't have to, obviously, but it does go a long way. So appreciate it. Whether you're watching on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, like, subscribe, share. It really does help us out. Yeah, really do appreciate it. So we're going to go over to Rumble right now. Link is in the description below. If you're watching on X, it is in my pinned tweet. I'll see you guys over there.
This lion, he's the king of the jungle. Huge mane out there. He's so big. He's so hot. Now, the the little lion cubs, they start messing. This lion, he's the king of the jungle. Huge mane out there. He's so big. He's so hot. Now, the little lion cubs, they start messing with him. Biting his tail, biting his ears. He doesn't do anything. The lioness, she starts messing with him, coming over, making trouble. Still, nothing. Now, the other animals, they notice this, and they start to move in. The jackals, hyenas, they're barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. They do this, and they get closer and closer and bolder, till one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody, runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
Money can buy you almost anything. It can't buy you immortality. That you have to earn. I'm gonna look you in the eyes, and I'm gonna tell you the future. It's an American story, and that's why Americans are gonna love it. People are gonna build you up. God, are they going to? Because when you're great and new, we love you. Man, we'll build you into something that doesn't even exist. You're gonna change the fucking world. But you know what? Once they've built you as high as they possibly can, they're gonna tear you back down. It's the most predictable pattern. We build you into something that doesn't exist, and that means you have to try to be that thing. All day, every day. That's how it works. And we do it again, and again, and again. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're gonna be attacked, betrayed, exposed, and humiliated. And you'll survive that. A lot of people can climb that mountain. It's the way down that breaks them. Because that's the moment when you are truly alone. And what will you do then? Can you summon the will to fight on through all the pain and rise again? That will be the defining question of your life. And I think you already know the answer. And that's why we're all here. A shoe is just a shoe. Until somebody steps into it. Then it has meaning. The rest of us just want a chance to touch that greatness. And we need you in these shoes, not so you have meaning in your life, but so that we have meaning in ours. Everyone will be forgotten as soon as our time here is up. Except for you. You're gonna be remembered forever. Because some things are eternal. And your story is gonna make us fight and never give up.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.